Hello?
There we are. Fantastic. See, normally there's like a huge, like, kind of crackle intro. You must actually have a good mic for it. Classic mic in the bottom, like it. That's what I like to see. How are you, dude?
Good, how are you?
Not bad, not bad. Ugh. Just had some din-dins. Looking forward to a good show. I'm guessing you've watched a couple of episodes of these before. I'm guessing you know the
Yeah,
format.
I
I imagine so. Um, I guess we'll just launch right into it. Really. How many items do you have? Do you have five? Do you have more?
have five.
Five. Oh, God, I don't have a unique background image. Hang on, 1 second. Let me find something funny. Paul McCartney home. Let's type that. Ooh, no, not very. At home. Let's try that. I like to have a different image every time. Make everyone feel special. Have I had that one? I may have had that one. Maybe not though. Let's go with this one. Save image as random text jargon. 2 moments, good sir. Preferences. Hopefully this is going to record side by side again, because the last few episodes for some reason haven't been. Let's try it. Let's click that. Hopefully that'll work. Fingers crossed. Recording in background. This is a very professional insight as to how this show's run, dude.
It is.
There we are. Right. Hello, and welcome to Macca in Your Attic, a Paul or Nothing spin-off show where the guest always shows me their junk. Today, we're going to go in their attic and sift through the tit and the tat to find the primo McCartney memorabilia. We're going to see 5 unique, fun, strange, sentimental items from their own Paul McCartney collections, each with their own story. As always, please check out the Patreon page for access to loads of episodes still in the can. Hit me up at paulmccartneypod@gmail.com or on Twitter at McCartneypod if you ever want to say hi. Today, everyone, I am joined by someone who has literally put their money where their mouth is when it comes to my content. I always end up spending so much of my free time begging people to throw a few dollars at my face down the internet every month. And for example, we've had the very first patron of Paul or Nothing on this show. We had Matt Phillips on a few weeks ago. But the person I'm speaking with now is the very first person to ever join the top tier of patronage, the Mrs. Vanderbilt special. And one of the main benefits of being in such a position of donorship is an automatic placement on this show. Though in the limited correspondence we've had, I think he definitely would deserve it anyway. I really do hope it's worth it for him, folks. So with that in mind, everyone, please welcome Mr. B to the show. Mr. B, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good.
That is
Just
what...
got-
Oh, I was going to say that...
Just got home from college classes. Had to Zoom home to get here in time.
Zoom in, zoom out, as Ringo would say. No, but thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you so much for being such a loyal Paul or Nothing fan. And I'm just so glad that I get to do this kind of thing, really. I always talk about having patrons and having support and stuff like that. And here I am a few years down the line now, and I am able to buy the new Ram 33 and a third to review because of very kind people such as yourself. But before we begin, we do have to solve the mystery of the pronunciation of your name. How do you pronounce it? Is it Bowie or Bowie?
It's Bowie.
Bowie. Okay, folks, if you don't know the backstory, there's half of our emails back and forth have just been, how do I pronounce your name? And you can't really do pronunciation over text unless you really break it down into like very childlike syllables. But I'm glad we finally got to the bottom of that. But I'm probably still going to call you Mr. B in the Patreon post, so keep your ear out for that one. But
thank you.
Before we actually go into any of this today, Mr. B, were your selections from all around you, or have you actually had to go in a real attic?
Oh, they're all from around me.
I imagine so. I mean, I don't think you're really old enough to
actually. One was from an attic. One is from an attic, but it's in my possession around me now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take that. That's good enough. I mean, I wouldn't have thought you'd be old enough to have anything worth putting in the attic, but no, I'm glad that you've been able to break that one. I've only ever had one thing that was kind of from an attic, but it was from the garage instead, and that was my dad's copies of Band on the Run and Wings Greatest. Kind of, but not really. Macca in your garage or garage doesn't really have the same ring to it, you know. So is everything all just in your room, or have you managed to spread it all over the property?
Oh, it's all in my room.
Contained. Fair enough. So when did you first get into the Beatles, and
Well,
from then on, when did you start collecting as well?
from Paul McCartney's Carpool Karaoke.
Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, no. Oh no. Please tell me that's a joke at my expense, please.
It's not a joke. That's actually it.
Okay. So, folks, my opinion on the carpool karaoke is that it is one of the greatest blights on pop culture that's ever kind of befallen this dear fandom of ours. But it was your introduction to Paul, no word of a lie, introduction to the Beatles.
Yeah, I mean, I knew who the Beatles were, but I never really knew who they were.
And are you a big Corden fan, or?
No, I thought they were stupid, but I watched them to make fun of them.
You've got me back on your side now, kid. I like it. No, I've always had a thing against James Corden. I don't know what it is, and the fact that he's managed to meet McCartney instead of me really burns my ire, if to no end, certainly. But so you watch Carpool Karaoke, and then what?
Well, then I searched up the Beatles and like on YouTube and just started listening to like songs on YouTube. And the first like song that really got me into them was Blackbird.
Okay. And what was it
and
about
a weird
that song?
outtake of Let It Be.
Which one?
It was he says a weird word in the middle, but I'm not sure what outtake it was.
Okay.
Something he says.
It's probably
one. He says,
one
"Fuck
of the,
it."
Oh, okay, I've definitely got to find that one. It's probably like one of the Glyn Johns one, or something like that. So when did you start like buying product? When did you first start putting your money where your mouth is, I guess?
About the first thing I bought was Egypt Station.
Okay, that's cool. I like that. So that was not only your first McCartney album, that's your first solo or Beatle album at all. What an intro. That's pretty fucking interesting. Wow. And what do you think of the album? Sorry, I just cut there. What did you think of the album at the time then? What did you think of Egypt Station?
I didn't like it at the time, but over the years it's grown to probably one of my favorite ones he's ever done.
Okay. So it was the first one you got and you weren't too impressed. That's interesting. The fact that you carried on like that. I do think you are quite brave for that. I guess if you didn't like Egypt Station, I don't know what about that album would give you reason to check out the rest of his career, except recommendations.
It was People Want Peace.
Oh, really?
No, that was a joke.
Oh, man. That album is so good, and yet I rarely find myself listening to it. It's odd. I might need to put it on after this, actually. I don't think I've listened to the full Egypt Station in quite a few months now, but it is
shuffled this time.
Definitely not. That's another reference to another episode, folks. Go out and check out episodes of Paul or Nothing elsewhere on this YouTube page, of course. Was Egypt Station something you bought with your own money then, or was that bought for you?
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, cool. That makes it even more perfect. So, are you the only collector in your family? Does anyone else collect anything?
My grandma collected a lot of his albums, which I have one of them as the thing.
I won't press that. I don't want any spoilers there. I'll put a pin in that one, my friend. But what is something about collecting or like Beatles collecting and memorabilia that you look at the fandom and you're like, yeah, I've got no interest in spending any money on that whatsoever?
Bootlegs.
Oh, okay. Genuinely, you're not a fan of, like, getting McCartney Wings in Groningen 72 for £200 from some sort of Swedish dealer where you don't know if it's going to be any good or not? Does that not entice you?
No, I'd rather just make my own Spotify playlist of like the way I wanted albums to be.
Right. See, okay, folks, this is why I was looking forward to having Bowie on the show, because he's part of the youth. I'm an old man now. I've got grey hairs are growing at this point, so I need young lads like him to help me keep abreast of what's going on. Are you fully on eBay and Amazon at this point, or is part of this fandom the excitement of going into a shop and trying to find something or stumbling across something?
A little bit of both. I mean, I'd say half my collection is online, half of it's in store.
Hmm. Um, do you like agree with file sharing, leaks, illegal downloads? Where do you stand on that? Is that all a bit par for the course for you now?
Paul is a billionaire. I think he can spare a couple of dollars,
Yeah,
in
I
my
don't think
opinion.
I don't think anyone who shared the McCartney 3 leak didn't buy at least one or more copies of the album. I don't think there was anyone who kept that first illegal zip and went, "Yep, that's my final copy of this album. I'm not even going to go on YouTube and illegally download the visualizer videos. This is me sorted." Um, and I think we all know those leaks are never really that accidental anyway. They definitely get the hype going. Um, but what about streaming? Are you happy to see Paul in bed with Spotify? And are you at all interested in these little playlists he puts out every month?
Yeah, I check it out, but I don't really listen to it. The sticking out of my back pocket. I look to see what it is. That's about it. But I wish there was more songs. He has like a lot of songs that are on there, which I wish he would put on
Yeah,
eventually.
I guess he's got all the time in the world, really, in terms of that. Um,
Yeah.
so, what is your local record store or memorabilia scene like? Is there one? Like, do you have access to, like, doing this, just going through racks of
Well,
stuff?
I've recently moved out, so I'm in an apartment and I'm in a whole different city. So I still have yet to go look at the record stores, but I'm gonna go do that this weekend with some friends,
Ah,
and
that's
I'll
gonna
I'll email you and let you know how it goes.
Yes, that sounds wicked. That's going to be a formative experience. I guarantee you're going to meet a quirky manic pixie dream girl in like the Beatles section, and there's going to be a montage, and you're going to jump in the air and freeze frame. It's going to be great, kid. You'll love it,
Yeah.
definitely. Um, is there anything that you've? Well, I mean, I always I felt weird asking Hudson Randy this question as well, but is there anything that you've wanted to get but that just was out of your reach, that you couldn't afford it, or someone sniped it on eBay that's gotten away from you?
Off the ground, the complete works.
Ooh, was that the CD collection?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was only released in Japan or something, I think.
Oh my gosh. And was that pricing, or was that a battle
I
with?
think it's like starts at like $250.
Oh my god. No, I saw on a Twitter today, I retweeted it. Someone had an Italian copy of Off the Ground on vinyl, and it's like, I haven't seen an English one, let alone an Italian one. I can't find this album anywhere. I know I'm going to end up having to sell my left arm just to get it. But
I bought the cassette, but I couldn't find the vinyl for like cheap.
the cassette's pretty dope, to be fair. I like
Yeah.
that. Um, Cassettes and CDs are something that I need to fully round out. They are a fun little curiosity, but if I was held at gunpoint, pick one. You can only collect one. Of course, it's gonna be the vinyl. Again, I've said it before on the show. It's nice to think that even if all the electricity was to run out, I'd still have the entire works of Paul McCartney, as long as I can. There needs to be a video on YouTube how to build a hand crank record player. Maybe one of those simple technology, this primitive technology guys out in the middle of the jungle somewhere who build like mud huts on Reddit and get like 200 million upvotes, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Possibly not, though. Um, now, I've still got a lot of bloody Joe Wisby's questions up on here. This is very unprofessional of me. So again, I hate to stipulate your age here, but a lot of my older guests get a lot of shtick from me for the same reason. So we'll definitely run with this. How do you feel about the modern state of Beetle product? I mean, there are many people who are in full-time employment who can barely afford to keep up with this stuff. Are you just kind of writing it all off as I'll just listen to this in terms of streaming, or do you wish that you could spend $1,000 on the All Things Must Pass box set?
Certain things I stream. Like if I George Harrison is nice, but All Things Must Pass is not his best album in my opinion. Sorry.
Expand, please.
Cloud 9 is a far superior album to All Things Must Pass.
There is not going to be a $1,000 Cloud 9 box set. I can guarantee you that, my friend. Which is a shame.
Is there going to be one for Contrapo?
$2,000.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
No, you get like a square foot of dirt from Friar Park or something like that just shipped to your house. I can't believe you couldn't get a $10,000 one and just get one of the actual gnomes, like $50,000 or something like that one, the original 4. I guess, is there anything that you feel like is difficult in terms of the fandom? Like, do you wish certain things were more readily available? Do you wish certain things had reprints, or is the scarcity of product something that entices you? Because, like, I mean, for example, I feel like Tony Soprano when it comes to Beatle fandom. I feel like I've come in at the end of it, at the tail end of this great thing, and I'm like, oh well, I'm not going to have access to original vinyl of Unplugged. It's just gone. It's just not going to happen. I'm never going to see issue 1 of Club Sandwich. So is this more of a fun challenge for you, or do you resign yourself to the fact that you're not going to have 9 different versions of Way SLA unless you really shell out the big guns?
I started doing that before you did, and I think you got the idea from me.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
Really? We'll have to go and check the record on that one. We'll have to run the tape, pull that shit up, Jamie, if you know what I mean. But I definitely loved going and getting different editions of Chobber. I thought I only had 4. I found my 5th copy today. It was stuffed in a sleeve with the the My Brave Face 12-inch that I have for some reason. I don't know why that was, but I was very glad to find that. I still need to get that other copy. Have you seen it? It's Chobber, but it's like yellow. It almost looks like it almost looks like the Nevermind the Bollocks by the Sex Pistols cover. It's like yellow, but like everything else is kind of like greeny black on the. It looks really odd. It really does. I will put a picture of it on the Twitter later on. Definitely gotta add that one. Like, was the 13 editions of McCartney 3 and 11 editions of 3 Imagine something that interested you, or were you just like laughing from afar going, this is silly?
I was originally gonna only get 1 copy of McCartney 3, but I got 4.
You got 4.
And I only got 1 copy of 3 Imagine.
Okay. What was the are any of these going to be items you're showing later, or can we talk about this?
No, it's not in the list.
What 3 Imagine did you get?
Just the classic.
Oh,
actually, no, never mind. I got the Spotify green.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, change your story there. I'm a little suspicious. We'll have to follow that one up. No, we'll play the tape there, folks. Picks or it didn't happen. What form McCartney 3s did you get though?
I got the Target green on the CD, the cassette, and just the regular vinyl.
Oh, the cassette. Nice.
Yeah.
I was definitely tempted to get the pink 3 Imagine cassette, but I've got nowhere to play it. I actually couldn't even play it if I wanted to. Have you got a cassette player? Just interestingly enough,
My record player actually has it connected in the side, so I can just pop it in whenever I want.
That's pretty damn cool, actually. I wish I had that now. I've only ever had the cheapest of record players in my time. I've never taken the time to like invest or like ask for one on a nice occasion from someone dear to me. But I definitely should invest, or maybe in some nice speakers or something like that. But I don't know about you. I don't listen to vinyl particularly loudly. I put it on quite a low volume and just have it kind of in the background. Do you have it kind of blasting?
It depends on the mood, but most of the time, if I'm just doing stuff, it's pretty low. But if I want to rock out, it'll be pretty high.
Monkberry Moon Delight, crank up to 11, just like that.
Oh yeah, I try.
Well, with all that, let's get into your attic then, or the stuff that's been around you. One of these was actually in an attic, folk. That is quite the distinction. So let's brush off some cobwebs here and let's have a look at your first item.
Okay, I started off a little small, but this is true junk right here.
Okay,
it's the song of the day. I think it's Mama Only Knows from Starbucks.
Oh wow! So
like thing you could sign. You put the download code into iTunes and you get the song for free.
And was that like with any purchase?
Yeah, or you could. I think you could go in there whenever you wanted. Just grabbed it. To be honest,
wasn't the Amoeba gig something to do with Starbucks? Wasn't there what a McCartney? No, or was it driving? Oh, Memory Almost Full.
Memory Almost Full.
Yeah, was that like that was like released first? Yeah, it was
Memory Almost Full, and then they would play. Yeah, and then they would play the whole album all like for like a week. Just that was all that was played in the Starbucks.
Oh, so just a lot of dance tonight. My God, they would have been driven mad like the 16th time today. Do you remember which Starbucks that was from?
No, my mom got it, and like I found it in a random drawer. I think it was one in Sioux City, which is close to where I'm from.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask, where are you calling from, and what's the weather like?
Quincy, Illinois, and it's currently 90 degrees, as it says on my computer.
Yeah, again, whatever that crazy American temperature is, I'm sure someone can do the maths for me there. How close are you to Johnsburg, Illinois?
I don't know because I just moved here.
Fair enough. No, it's a Tom Waits song that is very dear to my heart. Right. I've probably gone on about it on the pod before, but yeah, enough of my failing other podcasts that I haven't done an episode for like a year. Let's go on to your second item, something a little less insubstantial than a Starbucks card. That was adorable.
Okay, so this is The Hope of Deliverance, Big Boys Bickering, Long Another Coat, Kicked Around No More, CD, single, whatever it's called.
Ooh, that's nice. I've got that on cassette. It's really cool, that.
Yeah. Big Boys Bickering needs more attention, in my opinion.
Was that an eBay find, or did you find that in a store?
I found that in a store. It was used, but I got it anyway.
Nice. Used. Was it? I'm gonna go for $6.
$4.
I'll take that. It's close enough. That's close enough. Is that how much the average used CD is in the States? Like
$4 to $7. Yeah.
4 to 7. Yeah, it's about five. It's about five pounds here as well. Are you looking forward to the eventual Off the Ground episode? I think it should be out before this episode actually goes out. Hopefully it will actually go out at some point. I know a lot of people on the Patreon have been harassing me about the episode.
Sorry, you went at what episode are you talking about?
Oh, Off the Ground. Hang on, I'll ask it again because there was a weird computer thing on my end as well. Are you looking forward to the eventual Off the Ground episode? I know it's oft been delayed. I've ended up pushing it back, a lot of it due to Macca in Your Attic recordings, but I do swear It has been recorded. It is on the Patreon feed. You can confirm that, can't you?
Yeah, I've watched it all.
Okay, awesome.
And I'm very excited because Off the Ground is one of my favorite albums of his.
So it should be. It's a fantastic record. I'm so excited to finally release that one. I've just got to get around to actually writing and recording part one. I'm sure it won't take too long. Oddly enough, unlike the Paul McCartney project on Beatles Bible, it's one of those albums that's just got like the name of the album, who's on it, name of the songs, and then like one review. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess we're not going to have 50 quotes and 50 sources on this. Let's see what Howard Soon says about it in Fab. Oh, look, there's like 2 lines. Sorry, I've been ragging on him a lot the past few episodes. Sorry, Howard. Let's move on to item number 3.
Before we move on, I need to. There's a certain song you slandered, which in the review.
Oh, is it "Come On People"?
No, that song sucks.
Okay, good.
It's Wine Dark Open Sea.
I think I trashed that one, did I? I think I just said he was a bit been there, done that, a bit hacky. I stand by that. Come on. Okay. Why do you like that song so much? What's so good about that one?
My past relationship, that was our song, so that's why I have such a.
Well, you know, I may have talked about this on the show. I have a past relationship where Single Pigeon was definitely one of our songs as well. And it's definitely close to my heart for that reason. So I can't take that away from you. Definitely not.
It's a great song.
Do. She just liked pigeons, you know, it was a very obvious through line there. But yeah, enough about flying rats. Let's move on to item number 3 from your attic.
This one is actually from the attic.
Yes.
The official first pressing of London Town.
Nice.
You know, there's a story. When I first started getting into Paul McCartney, my grandma told me she used to collect the records, but they're all like in the basement or in the attic, and I had to go find them myself because she wasn't gonna go show me. And I found this is the first one I found. This is the first one I put on the record player, and me and my grandma listened to it together, and she was like sing along. And at first I thought it was trash until we got to what song was it? Deliver Your Children. It wasn't even a Paul song.
Oh wow.
Which I thought was the best, which I still think is the best one on the album.
Deliver Your Children is the best song on the album. Oh my gosh. It's definitely one. It's in Denny's top 2. I'll give you that. Well, the rain. Yeah, it is actually pretty good. But
what's number 1? I Lie Around.
Oh no, number 1 for me with Denny's probably Time to Hide. I love that song so much. Mic trouble, folks. Sorry about that. But on London Town, it's got to be either Morse Moose and the Grey Goose or With a Little Luck. Come on, those 2 are just titans. But it's nice to see someone give us Denny some love on this show. So well done.
And the harmonies opening up the song London Town, I think, are amazing.
Mm-hmm. And so this was. So you were listening to your nan with this. Do you recall what one of her favorite tracks off this was?
Her favorite one was Children, because she got that. And it was Children and Name and Address, because she likes Elvis and he was trying to.
Oh my gosh. I think I should have you now on the show. Definitely. Oh my gosh.
She would love it.
Oh wow. But how many other albums did she have for you to pilfer? This is a very important part. You know,
she had a bunch of the old original American pressings of the Beatles albums.
Wow, American pressings as well.
Yeah.
Did you have a wrong pressing of Rubber Soul in there for good measure?
No, sadly.
Fair enough. It gives you a chance to buy the British one.
And she had Wings Greatest too, as well.
What is it with people of Wings Greatest? My dad gave me Wings Greatest. You have Wings Greatest. It seems to be a very important part of that intergenerational passing of the torch.
It's great.
Yeah, it doesn't have Deliver Your Children or Children on it, sadly.
But it should have Listen to What the Man Said.
Totally. In my opinion, even put Love Is Strange on there because it was going to be a single. It's close enough.
Yeah.
It's close enough. Just to have a little square on the back with a picture of wildlife on it, that's all I want. That's all I want. But yeah,
it could have been a double album.
Could have. No one's going to support that. No one's going to invest the money. It's like saying you want to do an expensive Hellraiser movie or something. Like it just the budget's just not there, I'm afraid. But Nana's copy of London Town, that's awesome. Original copy, first pressing.
It still had the poster in it too, which is hanging right there above us.
Yeah, I've got my poster from London Town as well. My Venus and Mars one sits above where I sleep, and my pillow creates a lot of backdraft when I lean on it, so it creates a woof. And there's two folds in every McCartney poster, as you know, because it's a square to a square into a square. And it's been weakened at this fold, and whenever the wind presses it, it tears it just a little bit further up the page. So now it's basically just being held together just by the tiniest bit of paper. It's basically two different separate pieces of paper now, but I've totally destroyed the value of it. But yeah, I've got a London Town poster up, Venus and Mars, and Band on the Run. It makes me feel very happy.
Yeah,
definitely. You know what? I haven't even looked into getting into posters, more posters. That could be fun. I saw a poster advertising London Town and McCartney 2 on eBay the other day. Again, it's like £75, $100, something like that. It's pretty ridiculous. But
another man on the podcast that isn't real, because you're the only Paul McCartney podcast, has the London Town like promo poster.
Oh, does he? Oh, yeah. Good for him. With that in mind, let's go on to item number 4.
See, now I was trying to choose between two for number 4, but I've seen a lot of this album getting a lot of slander lately, and I love this album, and so I just want to show it to go on a rant.
Okay.
Let's
do this.
Okay, it's Driving Rain.
A lot of people on this show have slagged off Driving Rain recently.
It's on your Twitter poll the other day. You said Tiny Bull was not a big hitter, and I disagree. Tiny Bull is the biggest hitter on the list. And it's the one that came with when people didn't know it was him or something, so they put this on from the Lonely Road music video.
Oh, so it came with that. That's cool.
Yeah, they released it and with just like this, but then it was turning people off apparently, so they put this with it.
Yeah, it's not the most appealing of album covers, I must admit. But
Toilet.
Is it an album that you think has been misappropriated, misjudged? Then are you looking forward to me reappraising it like Pipes of Peace or something like that?
I hope the archive editions don't go past Wing Pie, but I think it's not understood. It's misunderstood. I mean,
yeah, it's an awkward period for Paul around that time because Chaos was so big, Flowers was so good, and up until New, kind of everything else seems to be in this weird malaise of he's not unpopular, but he doesn't seem to be popular either. It was but it's not like the 80s where he's kind of being dogged on or anything. He's still got that kind of rock god status, but it didn't seem to be living up to it up until, say, the last 3 albums where he's kind of been delivering the goods, shall we say. But yeah, where did you get that copy of Driving Rain then?
I've got it in a record store in Sioux City where the Starbucks was, and
next door. Yeah,
it was $14 because it was like totally sealed. Like
Okay.
it was never even opened. Like yeah, so
I wonder why.
yeah. But this one and at the in the back the cover of Freedom's also on it, unlike in the original other ones. That's not.
Oh, that's cool. I was just having a look today at some of the bonus tracks for the 1993 CD reissues, and I hear loads of people saying, "Oh, why is only Daytime, Nighttime Suffering on the Back to the Egg one?" And I didn't know this, but on the 1993 McCartney 2, Good Night Tonight's the last track. I'm like, okay, I guess that's interesting, but then why is Daytime, Nighttime Suffering on Back to the Egg? That just seems so disjointed. But I suppose you could even argue that Coming Up Live should be on the Back to the Egg bonus one rather than being on McCartney 2. But hey, that's the McCartney discography for you. It's anything but consistent.
Or isn't Country Dreamer like on Band on the Run and Red Rose Speedway? No.
Or is it on
like
Band on the Run and Ram?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a couple. I'm sure there's another one that's on 2 separate ones as well. Just randomly, the Great Cock and Seagull race is on Ram. Yeah. Sorry, is on. Oh fuck that joke! I'm going to cut that one out. I meant to say anything. I was trying to think of anything other than Ram, and then my brain focused on Ram, so I said Ram. That was really stupid.
Yeah. It's also on. Yeah.
Are there any others? There must be. That's going to bug me. That really is. Write into Macca in Your Attic if there are any other songs that appear on multiple editions or reissues. But yeah, with that in mind, let's go on to your 5th and final McCartney item. What have you got for me?
This was a lot of money. For this is a free Paul pin.
Ooh. Oh wow!
I actually spoke to the person who gave this to me. Her and her friends made this. She's Japanese. Her and her friends made this, like 20 or so, and they wore it around Japan when he was in prison.
That's so cool.
If you can see, there's a little
classic.
Yeah.
Classic. So how did you come into contact with this woman then? Did you just find her on like Instagram or something, or Etsy?
It was on eBay, and then I found her Facebook because it was connected if you want to ask your questions.
Cool.
So and I asked her like the story behind it, and she told me the story, and she's like, yeah, me and my friends made that and wore it around hoping it would get Paul out of prison. So then I thought it was worth like $60 at first. So I'm like, I'll pay more than that. So I think I gave her like $150.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. 150 smackers just for a pin. Have you worn it out? Would you dare?
Oh yes, I have.
Oh, that's even crazy to me. Someone could just rip that off, and that's gone forever. But
I work at a Subway, and I those little hats you have to wear. I put it on there, and sometimes there's like I make it so people notice who it is, so we can have a conversation.
That is absolutely awesome. Hats off to you, literally, for that one. I mean, this hat does the exact same thing. People see MC3, they're like, what's that? What's the dice? I say, oh, it's McCartney 3. Oh, do you like Paul McCartney? Bam, I've hooked them in. I'm reeling them in. Within 10 seconds, I mentioned the podcast. I grab their phone. I click subscribe on the iPod app, and then I'm off. I'm talking to a new person. Moving on, rinse and repeat. That's how you get listeners,
Yeah. I have a question about the hat. Have you ever gotten any weird looks thinking it's about a past president?
Yeah, I've talked about this before. The idea that it was a very bad time to release a red hat. And I certainly remember during the second lockdown when I started wearing it out quite a bit. Maybe it was, pareidolia, and I was looking for patterns that weren't there, and I was seeing what I was assuming I wanted to see. But I'm pretty sure I got a couple of then, or a couple of just odd looks. Whenever I went to social functions, I did point out immediately that it was "Make Mama Miss America Great Again," not anything else. "Make Wings Over America Great Again," obviously. Yeah, I probably should have bought the blue one. or the white one instead. And they're all gone now as well. You can't get them anywhere. You can't even get them on eBay.
They should have made a thing with the pink cassette. Pink hat.
Oh, pink hat. Splatter hat as well.
Oh, yeah.
Spotify Coke Green. I'd have had that as well. A green one would have been nice, actually. I'm surprised they didn't do that, especially. And there wasn't a 3 Magent hat. There's only a 3 Magent shirt, which I've only worn once so far, but that's a nice one to have as well. But yeah, is that everything, Mr. B? Is that all of your items?
Well, I have more? I have one more that I was gonna show, but I had to knock it off. But
no, please, come
okay.
on.
Let me find it here.
Come on, Bowie.
Okay. So it's the I think
No. I want it so badly. Oh.
This took months to come. I don't know. It took like 6 months to come.
6 months.
But I finally got it. Yeah.
Oh, just to hear Best Friend or Tragedy on vinyl, it's worth it. It's worth it.
It is. I listen to it. I'm kind of scared to listen to it, but I do listen to it all the time.
Yeah. So would I, dude. Well done. That's so cool. That is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, thank you so much for taking me through your attic. Those are 6 excellent items there. Thank you for showing me that. And I like the it was a nice gradient. We started off small, we ended up on a big one, and a nice bonus encore there. It was very McCartney-esque, you know. I really appreciate that. But more than anything, thank you for the moolah, bro. Thank you for the cheese. It is much appreciated, and it is, of course, very validating as well. Thank you to your mother as well, who let you use her credit card as well.
No, I pay her for it. I pay her for it.
No. You get your mom to pay for your favorite podcast. It's fine. You can admit it, bro. It's cool. Don't worry.
No, my debit card has a restriction. It won't let me add my thing to your Patreon. So I give her like $100 every couple of months.
Yeah, sure thing, bro. Sure thing. I totally believe you. Yeah, wicked. In all seriousness, though, you just said you've just moved out. You're in college now. What are you studying? What's the plan for the future,
nursing.
bro? Nursing. Excellent. We have hope for the future. Maybe even hope of deliverance. Best of luck with your studies, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, everyone. This has been my chat. Oh, what is it with this internet? My gosh. Everyone, that has been my chat with the elusive, the indomitable Mr. B, the most faithful of all Poor or Nothing patrons. This has been an excellent look into a different side of my fandom. Oh my God, did he just say his own fandom? Yeah, I kind of said that, but it's true. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining us on another episode of Macca in Your Attic. Keep listening to Paul. Play us out, Denny. No more autographs. Boom. There we are, bro.
Nice.
And that's how we do it. That's how we put the pie together. But I'm sure in the future I'll have to have you back on for an episode of Paul or Nothing. I suppose, bro. You know.
Well, I was a little nervous for this, so I have a stutter, so.
Oh, dude, I have a stutter as well. It's not a problem. It is the worst thing ever. You grow out of it. You just do. You can force your way through it as well. Things like, like she sells seashells, that doesn't work. Like, tricking your brain like that.
I can actually say that perfectly. I can say that tongue twister is perfectly fine, but like normal words. Yeah,
exactly. It's like, okay, is there a tongue twister for talking to women? Like, hello, my name is blah, blah, blah. What is your name? Blah, 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 blah. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. When you're flummoxed, you're flummoxed. That's why the show is like written the way it is. That's why I'm able to put notes on the Patreon, because if I don't write it all, I end up going like, that thing. Like, you've heard me on other people's podcasts. It's a mess. It's a mess out there. I'm doing a recording for Another Kind of Mind this Sunday.
Oh, awesome.
The first bloke to ever be on that podcast. I'm very excited, but Yeah, I am going to be so over prepared for that. You have no idea.
I love when Phoebe joins you.
Everyone seems to love it, man. Everyone seems to love it. Probably not going to be putting that other episode out. Mostly because I think she just didn't think. I don't think she liked how she sounded on it. I think she came off a bit grumpy and a bit moany. I reckon I'll probably put it out in like 2 years, as you know, like the Kit O'Toole Broad Street episode. Excuse me. I'll edit that and put it out that way and say from the archives.
Yeah. Also, I have a question. In that podcast, you mentioned that there's a person that you interviewed, but you're not sure if you're going to put it out. Is it Jeffrey Giuliano again?
Oh no, that was me referring to the fit of Phoebe.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the one I'm probably not going to put out. Jeffrey, though, I hope he invites me on his podcast. That'd be the biggest meme ever. That'd be so funny.
He owes you everything.
He does. He would not be podcasting now without me introducing him to it 100%. Is anything up on his channel yet? Let's have a little look. Come on, Jeffrey, give me, because like I will do like Patreon content where I review his podcast. Like that'd be really funny. Like I just listen to it live and pause it. Jeffrey Giuliano channel videos. Come on, no, it's all just more. It's all just different maharajas and gurus and yogis. It's all weird shit. Oh no, he's got a his UFO encounter in 1963. Oh my gosh, this guy's a hack.
Oh, nice.
Oh man.
I like to listen to his books and laugh at how crazy he is.
Does he do the readings of them as well?
Yeah, he does. And he I think sometimes he goes off script.
Goes off script. He just goes like wildly off, like, and then Brian Jones, he was also half Godzilla. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, and the government doesn't want you to know, okay? Oh my God. Oh man. I hope Robert Rodriguez generally didn't blackball me because of my association with Jeffrey Giuliano. I'm pretty convinced that's why he hasn't come on the show. That's just
did you see Hudson Raimi got canceled by Denny Lane? I'm thinking about making a podcast on this whole situation. Make it 50 parts.
No,
really drown it out.
A podcast on Beatles podcasts would be fun. Like a podcast on why is Another Kind of Mind and One Sweet Dream two separate things now? Let's look into that. Let's pick apart that wound. What happened to Buskin and Rodriguez? You know,
exactly.
What the fuck happened to When There Was Fab, and why did that get taken down? You know what? You know, you could do an episode about how Tom Hunyadi secretly asked me to be the co-host of Two Legs before Andy Nichols. You know, secret shit like that. Yeah, turned him down, son. Turned him down. It's a shame though, because if I'd have found out about Andy Nichols, I probably would have nicked him before Tom and had him as my co-chair because he's really badass. But yeah.
I think they're together right now, actually.
Yeah, they are. They're with Ethan.
Yeah.
They pushed Ethan in a pool the other day, which I thought was really, really funny. Speaking of Ethan, I've actually got to pay him for the thumbnails he's been doing for me today, actually. Thank you for reminding me, dude. But yeah, as you are well aware, this will be on the Patreon within the hour. And then so episode 10 came out last, so this is episode 20, so this will be out in 2.5 months, my friend.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, I'll be 29 by then. I'll be an old man. But yeah, dude, in all seriousness, thank you. This has been really fun.
Well, Paul McCartney only had the most successful band of all time by the age of 29, so
Oh no. When you find out like George Harrison was 16, 17, 15, doing whatever he was doing, and it's like, oh God, what did I do with my life? I can only talk about these great people's lives. That's my lot, you know.
Yeah.
At least I can do it in a semi-interesting fashion, hopefully, you know. Semi.
Yeah.
What's left for you today? That you're doing anything later on?
Just doing homework, and I'll probably finish listening to Two Legs thing, the live stream they did today, because I started that.
Oh, they live stream now, do they?
Yeah.
Oh God! So is it more full of than ever?
Yeah, or Andy going off on like a tangent about yes.
For like 25 minutes. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. I feel like whenever I watch Two Legs and they start to do like a joke, I feel like in their heads they're going, okay, don't be too Paul or nothing here. Don't go on this, you know, don't just start saying offensive shit left, right, and center. One of my top comments on YouTube is like, why do you have to swear? I love those ones. I love those ones so much.
I can't remember one time you read out a bunch of like the nasty reviews, and half of them were like, you swear.
Yeah, sorry everyone. Too fucking bad. Fucking it up for everyone. But you are right. Big Boys Bickering is definitely a song that needs much reappraisal. And as soon as I've released the part 1, I will arrange with Ken to do the B-sides episode where we go through all the B-sides, which will be fun.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Right, man. I'm going to go and watch a John Carpenter film called In the Mouth of Madness with my friend Danny now. So peace and love. Thank you so much for coming on. Make sure to like and leave a comment on this post on the Patreon.
I will.
All right. Peace and love, dude. I will see you soon. If you ever want to have a chat, anything like that, just drop me an email, drop me a line on the Patreon. I'm always here for you, man. So take care.
All right. Have a good day. Bye,
Peace.
Krishna.
Peace.